my client murdered their whole family. I'm about to prove their innocence. I knew for a fact he was guilty. Since becoming a lawyer, I've seen a lot of disturbing cases throughout my career, but Jacob Cooper takes the cake. When I was assigned his case as a public defender, I actually thought it was some kind of petty joke by my boss. All the evidence proved without a shadow of doubt that Jacob murdered his whole family. The security footage from his closed-circuit network showed everything happening in excruciating detail. How he stabbed his wife first and then used a pillow to asphyxiate his two girls. It was disgusting, and I was meant to defend him? Little did I know that this video didn't actually show the full picture. Even though there wasn't any audio on the feed, watching the struggle his family put up to fight back was the most difficult thing I have ever had to see in my entire career. After reviewing the notes taken by forensics and talking with the DA, I was finally ready to meet my client, or as ready as I could be. The man in the waiting room painted a different picture than the one I had just seen on screen. He was trembling, his eyes darting suspiciously around the room. He was afraid. I didn't realize he actually had the ability to feel emotion after what I just witnessed on the videos. "Mr. Cooperall, I'm your attorney, Leo Ross," I said. He was acting extremely jerky and overly cautious when he replied. "Thank God. I was starting to think this was a setup too. You're not wearing a wire, are you?" No, I can tell. You're safe." "Good. Maybe there's still time." "Slow down there, one thing at a time. Just what exactly are you talking about?" "I'm talking about my life, Mr. Ross. The state wants to lock me away for good, but if I do that, oh God, what will happen to them?" "You're not making any sense. What will happen to who?" "My family. Dear God, I have to find them and save them." I must have stared at him for a good long minute before I finally answered back. "Mr. Cooper, your family is dead." No. That's exactly what they want you to think." "I'm telling you I'm innocent, Mr. Ross!" There was this dangerous, unhinged look in his eyes whenever he said this. I'm not quite sure why. Call it instinct or maybe those years of experience I touched on earlier. But when he said those 4 words, I wanted to believe him. I took out an audio recorder and sat down across from him. I asked him to explain in detail what happened that night. I was thinking his paranoia might get him to spill. I was so wrong. Instead, Jacob started telling me about how he noticed something was wrong when he got back from work. I don't really know how to describe it, but something felt off, you know? Martha was in the kitchen, my girls were playing video games, except, and this is the part where no one believes me, I know, that they weren't my family. I didn't say a word. I was too worried that if I did, I might freeze up the story he was giving me. They acted like my family, but I knew they weren't. Martha wasn't surprised about me coming home early. The girls didn't want to go to the park. They all just constantly had these blank expressions on their faces. I can't even describe it. "Stay on point, Mr. Cooper. What happened next?" He was getting more nervous with each second. I was afraid he might clamp up. "I went to go tuck the girls in and read them a story. They said they loved me when it was over, but I swear they were watching me when I left the room." "Then you went to your bedroom." "I went to our room and spoke to the woman standing there in my room. I needed to know where my real family was. She stared at me and refused to cooperate. That's when I snapped. You know what happened. I grabbed her and shoved her to the bed, demanding I see my real wife. You don't believe me, do you? I must admit that is quite a fantastical series of events. But if you want my support, if what you are saying is true, then I need some sort of evidence." My client looked desperate to provide me with some means of believing his insane conspiracy, and then a look of realization crossed his face. He pulled out a